Alright guys, it's your homeboy LocsNLoad Firearm Reviews here today. Alright guys, today's video I had put out a questions and answers question, whatever, about a week ago or so, asking you guys to give me some questions for the channel. So today we're going to answer those questions. I might not get to all of them, but we're going to get to some. Alright, so we're going to go with the first question, and this is posted in the YouTube little time feed section. I didn't put it on any of my other major platforms. So the first question is, will you link up with other black news media outlets and start doing news and gun reviews? Yes, I will definitely link up with other gun channels. Definitely want to link up with Godbody, It's On You. Definitely want to link up with 32 Icon. Definitely want to link up with Hank Strange again. When I get the chance, I want to link up with Homeboy Tactical. Oh yeah, Armed Bearded Warrior does YouTube channel, so check him out too. And there are others, but I can't think of them right now. But yes, I will definitely link up with other channels. All right, next question: how often do you train, and for how long per session? That's kind of, I would say at least once every pay period. So that's once every 2 weeks. You want to at least get to the range. As far as me, about every pay period, once every 2 weeks at least. If I can go every week, I can. It really fluctuates on what I do. But for how long? Usually at least a couple hours. I don't really see a point to go to range for an hour or so. So at least when I go, it's at least for about a couple hours. Sun up to sundown, that's pretty fun. I've done it before. It's not hard. Whatever. Ever do force on force training or room clearing tactics? Last time, I haven't done force on force, but last time I did room clearing tactics was with Keith on his range. But last time I did it for real, was when I was back in the Navy. So next, do you feel the need to carry a rifle in your vehicle at all the time, or do you find a pistol to be adequate for self-defense? That's a good question, because I do carry my AR in the car a lot. Do you absolutely need it? No, but should you? Why not? I mean, if you can carry an AR in your car, why not do it? It's just an extra piece of firepower to add to your kit, or whatever situation you might find yourself in when you need it. If you don't need it, then it just stays in the car. Keep it concealed and locked up. So yeah, if you can carry an AR in your car, I would definitely do so. That's why I'm a big fan of AR pistols, because it allows you to have an AR-15 but carry it in a way that an AR-15 rifle you really can't. Okay. All right, next question. What is the best AR barrel build? What is the best AR build barrel length and caliber for self-defense? In my eyes, if you ask me, I think an 11.5 is perfect. I love 11.5 AR pistols. So especially if you're a civilian and you're not going to shoot somebody at over 25 meters, you don't really need a 16-inch gun in my eyes. Should you have one? Probably, sure, why not? But in my eyes, 11.5 is perfect. It allows you to reach out to 300 yards. 223s, I would go with the caliber because it's common, it's available, everyone has it around. So yeah, I would go with an 11.5 AR-15 and 223 5.56. That would be probably my perfect AR-15 barrel length. Okay, what reputable two-way organizations would you recommend donating to? I'm not really big into organizations. I'm part of BGOE, Black Gun Owners in Education, and really right now that's probably the only organization that would get my money. NAGA does good things. Well, I guess you could say NAGA too, because I'm a member of NAGA. So BGOE and NAGA, that's about it in my eyes. The NRA, no go. I joined the NRA for a year, and I got just a shitty bag and a whole bunch of letters asking for money so they can fight for my gun rights. Whatever. So in my eyes, I donate, at least to me, for me, I donate to NAGA and BGOE. Okay, next question. How do you feel about the gun tubers with all the recent incidents these past few months? Have you pulled your support with some, or have you tried to find some sort of understanding? Yes, with the recent, the George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, pretty much the police brutality, the protests, Black Lives Matter. Yes, I have definitely unsubscribed from several YouTuber platforms. Rex Reviews, Iraq Veteran 888 being one of the big ones. I don't follow 9mm SMG anymore, and I think that's what I can think of the top that I used to follow. I never followed James Yeager. So those are the ones I don't follow. And have I tried to find some understanding? Some people have actually reached out to me. No, I think Mr. Guns and Gear was one. So people have actually reached out to me to find my point of views, and which I actually appreciate. I actually appreciate people willing to come talk to me and understand how I feel, how I think, before they kind of just throw their judgments out. So yes, like I said, I put that video out who represents the black gun owners. You notice a lot of the big YouTubers have been quiet when it comes to black issues or black people, but when it comes to other things, they're more vocal. So take notice. That's all I'm gonna say. Take notice. What companies do you recommend for personal protection firearm insurance? The only company I recommend for any kind of concealed carry insurance firearm protection is USCCA. That's because I actually seen them. They've actually helped people before, black people, and two, they reach out to gun groups, me included, a lot of people, pretty much everyone of all kinds of races, and they're really out there to try to help. So as far as concealed carry insurance, the USCCA is the only one I see or would recommend that's actually beneficial to anybody. I know there's others, but as far as right now, I can only recommend USCCA because I'm a member of USCCA too. Alright, can you do a video on sighting in rifle sights? I can. Yeah, I can. I just put it like that. This guy. Will there be an election this year? Probably, and it's probably just going to be like the whole rest of this year so far. A whole bunch of bullshit. It's already bullshit now. They had people staying in line for 5 to 6 hours in Atlanta to vote. Voter suppression. It's the same thing that happens every election. They always find ways to make certain people not vote to get other people to vote. It's a whole game. It's a whole game. That's what it is basically. How important do you feel universal rules of engagement and safety are to the two-way? How do you feel universal rules of engagement? I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I guess if you're asking if rules of engagement are beneficial, then yes, especially to the two-way community, because how everything we do in the gun community is put under a microscope. Every time somebody brandishes a gun, there's a talk about gun control. Every time somebody talks AR-15, there's gun control right after. So yes, it's very important that we gun owners represent ourselves in a professional and positive imagery and way, so that we limit the amount of ammunition we give these anti-gunners and for their agendas. So yes, it's very important that we're ambassadors of the gun world basically, and you don't want to be a bad ambassador. You want to be a good ambassador. You want people to look at you and be like, oh, so that's a gun owner. I like that imagery. All right, best first AR, build or buy. For your first AR, buy it. Should it be expensive? No. I'm gonna tell you straight up, like I tell everybody, your first AR-15 should be something like a PSA, something cheap. You're gonna learn on the platform. My whole thing is about learning on the platform, not just going out and buying all the top line gear. So you just avoid all criticism, and you have all this shit in here on you to make you look like somebody you're not. And I think that just makes it look worse. To have all the top line gear, look like an operator but not actually be one. Now you just look stupid. If you look like you don't really know what you're doing, then people are gonna expect you don't know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're doing. That's why you're there at the class to learn. So yeah, definitely buy. Don't spend it buying an expensive gun. Buy something you can learn and work on, and you fuck it up, it won't be such a big financial hit. Alright, next question. If I want a rifle for home defense and deer hunting, what are my best options? Well, I'm not the biggest hunter. I mean, I would like to hunt, but I don't have much experience hunting. I would say, I don't know, I mean, you can still kill a deer with a 223. I guess in this sense, I would say like 300 blackout. You know, get you a 7.62 caliber cartridge, one that you can suppress it or have it in a short barrel if you like, and you know, it's still a 7.62 projectile, so it's gonna drop something. So I guess that's what I would say. Something in a 7.62 caliber platform. You could do 223, yes, but I guess if you want something like you said for deer hunting, 223s aren't really known. I don't see many people hunt deers with 223s. It's usually 308s, 30-06, 300 Win Mags, 270s, 30-30s, something like that. So I would go with that. At least something in a 7.62, 300 blackout, 7.62 by 39, 308 if you want. Greetings. Is there a group that trains in Nevada? I don't know. I've never been in Nevada. Are we witnessing the beginnings of true legislative change for African Americans in America? I hope so. If so, do you see reparations finally being commissioned to black people? Ooh, I would love to see reparations, but to be honest, guys, I mean, we're talking about like what, $5-something trillion, or maybe it's like 1.5 trillion dollars, something like that. I don't see America ever signing off on something like that to give the black community, you know. So I would love to see it, but I'm not really getting my hopes up too high for it. Thoughts on the AK platform? You know, I talk a lot of trash about AKs, but AKs are good, and AKs definitely have the reputation they have for a reason. They are reliable as hell. It's a 7.62 caliber projectile, so again, it's gonna drop something. The only thing with me with the AK is that the AK does not lend itself as easily as the AR to innovation and being as versatile as the AR. So you know, you look at the AR has the bolt lock back on the last round, so you know when your rounds, you know you're empty, you can drop the mag, reload, hit that mag release button, drop the mag, and you're good to go. But with the AK, you don't have the bolt last round hold open, so you don't know if you're on the last round or not. So you gotta wait for that click, and then to drop the mag, there's no easy way to do it. You gotta hit the lever, drop the mag, and then insert, rock it in there. Not just like a mag where you just slam it in there. You have to rock it in there. Then come under, either turn the AK sideways and charge it, or come under the mag and charge it that way. And all those steps lead to time, and that's not good in a gunfight. And then you look at how the mount accessory, scopes, lasers, all this stuff. The AK is not very well suited for that, as well as the AR-15. So that's where my issue with the AK comes into play. But besides that, if I had an AK, I wouldn't trip about it too much. I would just practice more, especially with my coming off the safety, mag reloads, and all that stuff. Mag reloads and chambering malfunctions, because all those are going to be a little bit longer to clear and to do than an AR. Alright, I'm new to the channel, but I haven't noticed you running any suppressors in your videos. That's because I'm broke. Do you have any plans on getting one? Was it the Yankee Hill YHM one? That's like $300-400. That one. When? Don't know. When I save up. Do you think a suppressor would be useful in your situation, or do you really not have a need for one? I mean, I'm not tripping for one. I would like to have one, but I'm not really tripping for one. I don't necessarily need one. But it would be nice to have one. It says, greeting LocsNLoad. Do you have constitutional carry where you are? And if not, what are your plans to get it corrected? No, you don't have constitutional carry in Florida. That sucks. I wish we did. I would love to fucking open carry out here. But the only way you can open carry in Florida is if you're hunting, fishing, or camping, going to and fro. And as far as how to get it corrected, I'm not sure. I'm not really a politician, so I'm not sure how you really go about that stuff. I guess you talk to a politician. Favorite movie? That's a hard one. That is a hard one. Because I like a lot of war movies. I like Black Hawk Down. Even though it hurts my heart, because they're shooting up Africans. It hurts my heart. But if you separate that, it's still a good movie. I like Saving Private Ryan. Fury was a good one with Shia LaBeouf. I was actually surprised by that one. I like war movies that ain't have so much CGI in it. I don't like all that CGI shit. Like Extraction. Extraction was decent, but you can tell it's fake as fuck. All that CGI and shit, it's fake as hell. So I like movies that don't have all that fake CGI in it. So yeah, you know, kind of the classic war movies. Lone Survivor was good. I like Apocalypse Now. That was a good one. What else? Ooh, was it The Siege of Firebase Gloria with R. Lee Ermey? I watch those movies. Like, we don't know what those are. Those are like those non-mainstream movies. But yeah, I like a lot of war movies. Best place to train, outdoor range. Build an AR or AK? Build an AR. To build an AK, you will need like a dungeon of trolls and some. It's almost like blacksmithing a sword. You just need a big ass hammer, and just fire everywhere, and just some ripped muscle guy in a mask just beating out an AK. That's how you make AKs. As far as AR pistols and SBR, what's your best barrel length? I already told you, 11.5. Alright, do I own any pistol caliber carbines? No, I definitely am jonesing for a 9mm PCC carbine. Those things are the tits. As far as which one, AR9s are cool, but I really want the AKV from PSA. That one I had a chance to shoot at the range and talk to one of the guys about it. The thing is definitely needed in my life. What do you think about reloading? Definitely beneficial. Definitely something. If you sold ammo prices, it's something you definitely, especially me, would really want to be looking into. When Cheaper Than Jerk's bitch ass is selling 1,000 rounds of 5.56 for $1,000. That's some bullshit. That's the type of shit that makes you like, you know what? I need to start reloading. I just don't have the setup to get all that stuff yet. But I would definitely be reloading if I had the setup for it. Favorite gun to shoot? In my collection, my 11.5 AR-15. As far as handguns, my CZP-07. If you were in a position of watching the George Floyd murder play out, what would you have done? Man, that's a tough one, because you know how that shit goes, because they're just looking to shoot people. And so, I don't know. I would have to say, I can't really say like, oh, I would have done this like a tough badass, but I would have loved to at least say I would have done something, you know, at least jump out there to make the cop like get back and like get off his neck for a second so he can breathe. I would love to say that, you know. That's again one of those things, like, what do you do when the police are in the wrong, you know? Because it's like, if you go out there and just smoke the cop, you know, just bow right in his head, you know, you going to jail, even though he was murdering someone. It was just fucked up, you know. So I guess the system was designed to protect the people it was designed to protect. So we all know that. Do you prefer a carbine or mid-length gas systems? Mid-length. It's always nice to have softer recoil. Carbines are great, great for reliability, you know, having that extra gas pressure to push out bullshit and being reliable in adverse conditions. But with nowadays and advancements, mid-length is just as good. And if you can have a just as good system and still cut out on the felt recoil, why not? Alright, what's the best recommended gun to start for a newbie? Pistol. Is there a black organization in Nevada? I will look at BGOE, Black Gun Owners and Education. Not sure. It's Nevada. You know, when you guys ask me these questions, are there black gun groups in Montana and Utah, Idaho? I don't know. I'd be surprised there's black people there in the first place. So, no, I don't know out there. You can look. I'm pretty sure they may be, but I don't know off the top of my head right now. Does your channel have alternate self-defense classes like bow and arrow trainings? Not yet, but that'd be pretty cool though. Alright, favorite ammo supplier, the cheapest. SIG P. Okay, this is SIG versus Glock 19, and I'm gonna go with the Glock 19, especially this SIG, the SP 2022. Not a huge fan of SIGs. Still rather go with Glock. Best ammo for 300 blackout, the ones that work. But reroll though, I'm not sure. Go with what's reputable. You know, all the reputable brands: Fredwell, Winchester, SIG, shit like that. Don't overcomplicate it. 55 grain, 193. I mean, no, 55 grain, 193, or 62 grain green tip. I go 62 grain. Why not? Extra grainage never hurts. Well, I mean, hurts them, but not me. Do you even think all this is helping, or do you think people need to vote as well? You can't have one without the other. What do you think? Definitely need to vote. Even though, low-key, I feel like the system is kind of rigged in a way that all the voting doesn't really fucking matter. But I would still say vote, because if it does matter, then, you know, and I am wrong, then at least you voted and made a difference. I still say vote, but, you know, in the back of my mind, I always just feel like they already have a motherfucker selected. You know, we're just out here at this like participation to make you feel like you're actually picking somebody. But yeah. How can you defeat armor without armor penetrating rounds? Get a big ass gun. How did you get into guns? My dad, he was ex-military. I like little stick gun shit, so he had actual guns, and yeah, he showed me all the movies, all his guns, all his military pictures. So yeah. All right, what are the biggest barriers to increase B2A representation? I guess you mean B2AR. What are the biggest barriers? I guess what you're saying is the biggest barriers to get more black people to be armed is lack of education. A lot of them don't. A lot of them feel like, hey, if I have a gun, I'm gonna be labeled as a thug or a criminal, or the police are just gonna pop me on sight. And they need to have the education and the training to really have that slave mentality defeated. Because that's basically what it is. It's fear. I'm scared to do this, so I'm not gonna do this. I'm scared to do that, so I'm not gonna do this. You know, if I drop these eggs, Master gonna whip me, so I'm not gonna drop eggs. If I leave the plantation, Master gonna whip me, so I'm not gonna leave. It's that slave fear mentality. So the more we get black people, you know, out here open carrying at these protests, more people like me doing the YouTube channels, and more firearm instructions, and more people like Tig with the USCCA, the easier we'll have, because more black people will have those imageries, those representations to say, when someone says we can't do this, you know, no, well, these guys did it here, 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 here. I was like, well, if we do that, we'll get shut down. Well, this black yada yada gun store and club have been operating for 10+ years, yada yada yada. You know, so it really defeats that slave mentality, that fear mentality, when you start showing them positive examples of black people with firearms and not getting killed for it. Not sure what this one is. How do you make the gun community more accessible to BIPOC? BIPOC. Not sure what that is. Okay, not sure if you talked about this, because suppressors hinder cycling of rounds. Low-key, because all that gas and that back pressure, it will cause your rifle to be dirtier than an unsuppressed gun, so that can lead to malfunction. I'm not necessarily just putting a suppressor on is gonna fuck up your gun, but how the gas system operates, and yeah. You get what I'm saying? It's gonna make your gun dirtier, and if it's not tuned for suppressor in that way, then yes, it can cause malfunctions in the operating system of your firearm. So certain guns will have like that BRM 180 has like piston cups for suppressed and unsuppressed to help for gas flow. So there are those two. Okay guys, we're almost there. Do you believe that there are extraterrestrials, aliens, in control of the human population, or helping powers stay and be? I cannot confirm nor deny, but I would not be surprised. I'll just put it like that. I would not be surprised. Fucking lizard people. The Anunnaki. Alright. Keep feeding us that knowledge, brother. Destroy fear in the black minds that guns are our enemy and we shouldn't own them. See, that's, again, that fear mentality I was just fucking talking about again. people have that mentality, and this guy's giving me praise for helping defeat that mentality. So thank you. All right, question. I want to join NAGA, but they don't have a contact number. How can I reach them? I know they have Instagram and Facebook, so I will go through there, and a website. Where's a good place in Jacksonville to train? With BGOE, I've answered your question. So yeah, BGOE, Black Gun Owners and Education. If you're looking for us in Jacksonville, you have to be in Jacksonville, at the very least, be in Florida. We have people like in Texas asking to join the Jacksonville chapter. No. If you're not in Florida, we're not gonna accept your membership, because it's a gun club for people, specifically in Jacksonville, but we open up to people in Florida because, you know, you can travel. So there. If you look, oh yeah, I don't know if I answered. If you're looking for the Jacksonville chapter, the BGOE Jacksonville chapter, go to Facebook, and it's Jax, J-A-X, Black Gun Group. And like I said, you must be at least in Florida. Okay, and the last question I'm not gonna answer because it's nothing to do with anything. Alright guys, so that is the Q&A video. Hopefully this did not take too long. Hopefully this was entertaining. Hopefully I'm not too damn boring for you, because I think I'm pretty cool. Anyway guys, like, comment, subscribe, join Patreon, donate whatever you can to the channel, help support so we can do greater and better things in the future, if that's a word. Yeah, at LocsNLoadFirearms.com, get a t-shirt, support the channel, get firearm instruction from reputable instructors, purchase gear, firearms, things you've seen on me reviewing the channel the past 3.5 years, you can find on the website, get discounts, or help support the channel too. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed the questions and answers video, and can't wait to do this next time guys. Next time I'm gonna do like more specific questions. This was just kind of more of a general, just ask me whatever you feel like. Next I'll probably ask more specific questions like, hey, any new beginners, what are your new beginners questions on handguns? And any of you newbies, because it's like 2 million new gun owners this year or some shit. That's a lot of new people. So if you have any questions, I'm gonna do something like that for you newbies. So guys, thank you for watching. Please be safe. LocsNLoad out.